KNDY.
Music, sports, weather, what KNDY does best. We're going to get all of that here in the next couple days here in the Northeast Kansas. We're going to kick it off, though, with some sub-state high school basketball action. Good evening and welcome in to KNDY FM at 95.5. It is Max Blasky with you here from the home of the Axtell Eagles as we have a sub-state matchup between the Eagles and the Linn Bulldogs here with the right to go on to a sub-state championship game out in Tuscan next Saturday evening. Axtell comes in to this contest, the host on the 1A Division 2 Tuscan sub-state boys bracket. Axtell entered postseason play at 19-1. Two of those wins are over these Linn Bulldogs, who we'll get into here in just a little bit in both of those contests. As for Linn, they entered this Tuscan bracket, the 7 overall seed. They are now 10-11 on the year under first-year head coach Bennett Bargdale. Linn is coming off a win. They've already got some sub-state action under their belt here this season as they picked up a daunting 73-36 victory over Center High School last Tuesday. In that contest, it was Connor Oldie leading the way with 26 of Linn's 73 points in that game. We mentioned these two teams have matched up once already. It's been the Axtell boys coming out on top both times. Back on January 10th, a matchup over at Linn High School that saw Axtell walk out of there with a 22-point victory, 64-42. Then they matched up in first-round action for Linn, second-round action, or first-round action for Axtell, second-round action for Linn in the Twin Valley League tournament down in Frankfort. About 10 days later, on January 20th, again, a victory for Axtell, as it was 55-33 in these two contests so far this year. Axtell is outscoring Linn by 22 points per game, and it really starts in the first half. If we take a peek at that Twin Valley League tournament back on January 20th, it was Axtell jumping out to a 33-14 lead at halftime, and again, running away with it 55-33 as Axtell moved on to win the Twin Valley League tournament title for the second straight year. The Axtell boys have also claimed the first Twin Valley League regular season title in school history, and I'm going to refresh myself, 3 straight league tournament titles now for the Axtell boys. In that last meeting between Linn and Axtell, it was Colin Shaughnessy leading the way with 12 points. Brandon Schmelsley with 16 in that contest. He had 14 in the first half. Shaughnessy with 12, 9 points from Logan Sandman. As for Linn, again, small offensively, 9 points from Ethan Bott and Connor Oldie with 8 from Zach Hilgen. We'll get into both of these teams' stats here on the season as we get ready for sub-state action from Axtell, Kansas. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Axtell and Hometown Lumber, Midwest Products, the Western National Bank in Summerfield, Axtell Trust, Bruna Implement, B&D Buildings of Axtell, Blue Valley Insurance Agencies, Axtell Car Wash, Titan West Manufacturing in Linn, Little Joe's Service in Axtell, the Union State Bank of Palmer, Moonlight Restoration, the State Bank of Axtell, United Bank and Trust locations, Landau Company, Blue Valley Technologies, Coolman Implement, Oldie Seeds, and SBS Insurance. We're taking our first time out of this pregame. When we come back, it's game time between the Eagles and the Bulldogs here on KNDY.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
As the weather turns warm, it may be time to breathe new life into your outdoor space. Visit Hometown Lumber in Marysville or Axtell Lumber today to browse their wide selection of premium lawn fertilizers and insect repellents, grass seed, potting soil, and lawn tools to make the job easier. All the gardening essentials for whether you're a seasoned green thumb or a budding enthusiast, Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber have what you need to grow something beautiful this year.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Axtell Truss has the experience to provide custom-built trusses for any application. Put them to work with your next project. Let them help design the right pitch, length, and number of trusses to suit your needs. They can turn out more complicated designs and configurations as well. All are solidly built in their enclosed shop with roll-off delivery to your site available. They also assure the best materials and quality construction, completed on your schedule. Call today for a quote or more information at 785-736-2291. That's Axtell Truss.
Welcome back to Axtell High School. Max Blasky with you here this evening. Again, as Axtell boys and Linn boys match up for the right to go on to a sub-state championship game next Saturday. Other action going on elsewhere around the state in the same side of this 1A Division II bracket. It is St. John's Beloit Tipton hosting 6th-seeded Pike Valley. While over on the top side, Logan Falco, the top seed in this bracket, matches up with 8th-seeded Teskett, while 4th-seeded Hanover is hosting 5th-seed Victoria. That game time got started at 5 o'clock, so we'll take a peek at that score courtesy of TVL Sports Spotlight and Jeff Wirtz before we get started with our game here tonight. Other action going on. Hanover girls and Axtell girls will match up on Friday in a championship game, 6 p.m., while Linn girls will match up with St. John's Beloit Tipton at 7:30. Both of those broadcasts coming up this Friday on KNDY FM at 95.5. But now we turn our attention to a boys contest here that matches up one of the best teams in the state of Kansas. Axtell Eagles at 19-1, coming off a season that saw them break the school record last year with 23 wins. That was coming off a 21-win season 2 years ago, 2 straight state tournament appearances for Jason Tynan and his Axtell boys. As for the Linn boys, they are 10-12 on the year under first-year head coach Bennett Bargdale, coming off a 14-9 season last year under ex-former head coach Michael Volker. Linn boys on the year are led by Connor Oldie in just about every statistical category. Oldie averaging a hair over 14 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game, while also pitching in just under 1 block a game and 2 steals on the season, too, as well. Other names to watch here tonight for the Linn boys: Ethan Bond averaging a cool 12.8 points, while defensively down low, and Noah Tholman leads the way with 2.5 blocks per game. As we do look at this Linn boys team, again, under first-year head coach Bennett Bargdale, very similar in assist to turnover ratios, averaging 14 turnovers a game while picking up 10 assists for a contest. Differentiating factor, though, on the season, and a key for Linn, coming into tonight's contest, will be making some three-pointers. And Linn on the season, they attempt 17 threes in a game, but they only make 4 of them. Last time these two teams met, Linn only got 3 and again lost 55-33. As we look at the Axtell boys, very familiar names if you paid attention since football season. Led in scoring this year by Colin Shaughnessy off the bench, one of the best players in the state of Kansas. Don't even see him often coming off your leading scorer, coming off the bench. But Colin Shaughnessy, the 6'2" junior, leads this Eagles team at 14.1 points per game. Eli Brocksterman at 3.5 points per game. Logan Sandman at 12.5 points per game, while Brandon Schmelsley pitches in just over 11. So Axtell sees 4 scorers score in double figures on any given night, and it shows. Axtell comes into this game averaging 64 points per game. That's up 6 points from last year's squad, while defense is still a key for the Eagles, only allowing opponents at 44 points per contest. Big name to watch tonight for Axtell. It will be the big man down low in Logan Sandman, who again comes in averaging 12.5 points per game, 8.3 rebounds per contest. Well, it's just also pitching in a block and a half and a steal defensively. Sandman, the big 6'4" sophomore down low, has really been an improvement for this Axtell Eagles team that has lacked depth the last couple of years. Axtell, as a team, they do like to shoot the three, and they shoot it very efficiently so far on the season. They average just under 6 makes per game. They're shooting, as a team, 31% from behind the line and 57% from inside the arc. And here at home, Axtell is darn near unbeatable in what has been a heck of a run under the last 3 years for head coach Jason Tynan. Of course, in his 10th year now for the Eagles, and first-year head coach Bennett Vargdale will match off with the Linn Bulldogs. We're going to take one more time out here on our pregame. When we come back, we'll take a peek at how scores and stats are going elsewhere around the state. So we had some 6 o'clock tip-offs, but we're set for a 7 p.m. tip-off here tonight between Linn boys and Axtell boys live on KNDY FM 95.5 at the free KNDY mobile app, and, of course, streaming online at kndyradio.com. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
D&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-frame buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. D&D Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. D&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. D&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
As a farm or ranch owner, you've invested heavily in your agribusiness, especially in your livestock. Protecting them from accidents, fires, and other natural disasters is crucial for your farm's success. At Blue Valley Insurance, we recognize the importance of your animals as assets to your livelihood. Visit our offices in Linn, Greenleaf, Hanover, or Marysville to explore comprehensive livestock insurance options tailored to your needs. Safeguard your farm's future with Blue Valley Insurance today.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
If your car says, I need fixed, call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
Good evening and welcome back to our broadcast feature here on a Monday night. It's a busy week in the state of Kansas. We have boys semifinal action here tonight. Coming up Wednesday night, it'll be the Valley Heights girls in Atchison for semifinal action against Morrow Hill Prep Academy. Then coming up Friday and Saturday, we will be live from Tescott High School for sub-state championship action. Girls games will start with Hanover versus Axtell at 6 p.m., followed by Linn versus Beloit St. John's Tipton at 7:30, and then Saturday boys contest too. They start off at 6 o'clock. Axtell looking to punch their third straight trip to a state tournament. Meanwhile, Linn looking for their first trip to state in quite a few years. It probably would have been 2013-14 season last time Linn was there for the Bulldogs. Looking at scores from around the state here real quickly as some games started at 6 o'clock. It's Hanover up at halftime, 36-26 over Victoria. Meanwhile, Frankfort boys leading Bishop Seabury 42-36 in their second round action. Blue Valley Rams leading Lincoln 34-11. All of those games in the Class 1A Division 1 bracket, Centralia bracket over there. as the only game in that bracket. We're starting here at 7. It'll be Clifton Clyde versus Rural Vista. Here in this one, again, we're set for a 7 p.m. tip-off, and we're going to get started with starting lineups. We're going to start with the visiting Linn Bulldogs, led by head coach Bennett Bardell, 12-10, 10-12 in his first year, averaging 49.5 points per game while allowing 49 on the contest. Again, Linn looking for their first win over Axtell in 3 tries and their first win over the Eagles since the 2020 season. Out front, it'll be number 23, Gabe Turk, the 6'1" junior. Number 45, Dylan Oldie, the 6' junior. And number 12, Zach Hilton, the 6'3" junior. Down low, the Twin Towers, number 5, Connor Oldie, the 6'4" senior, that leads the Linn Bulldogs in points per contest this year at over 14.1 per game. Meanwhile, Ethan Bott will patrol the middle, the 6'4" senior, wearing number 1, averaging 12.8 points per game. And pitching in the mark as well, 7.1 rebounds per game. Again, Linn boys will start Gabe Turk, Zach Hilton, Dylan Oldie, Connor Oldie, and Ethan Bott. As for the Axtell boys, under 10th-year head coach Jason Tynan, Axtell 19-1, scoring 64 points per game while only allowing 44 on the season. Very familiar starting lineup. Number 2, Landon Smith, the 5'10" junior. Number 12, Wyatt Detweiler, the 5'9" sophomore. And number 35, Eli Brocksterman, the 6' senior. Down low, it's the pair of Brandon Schmelsley, the 6'2" senior, and number 34, Logan Sandman, the 6'4" sophomore. Again, Axtell boys looking for 3 straight trips out to state will start. Landon Schmitz, Wyatt Detweiler, Eli Brocksterman, Brandon Schmelsley, and Logan Sandman down low. We're going to take our final time out of pregame. When we come back, it's game time between the Bulldogs and the Eagles on KNDY FM 95.5.
Titan West Incorporated manufactures corral fencing, gates, and chutes. A square deal better. Titan West now manufactures circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Phone 1-800-252-0847 for dealer information. Circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Manufactured here in Linn, Kansas by Titan West Incorporated. Phone toll-free 1-800-252-0847.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, sandblasting, no job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
At Oldie Seed, we are locally owned and locally grown. The corn, soybeans, and sorghum we sell are tested in plots throughout the region in close proximity to our customers. This ensures we are testing a yield environment just like yours. We are dedicated to our Know to Grow research program. It's our family's commitment to delivering high-yielding crops for you, the American farmer. This season, partner with Oldie Seed for locally owned and locally grown solutions.
And it is game time between the Bulldogs and the Eagles. Linn, of course, the road team here in this contest. They are the 7 overall seed, 10 and 11. They will be in their road blacks. White Linn on the chest, white numbers front and back with gold trim down the numbers and side. Axtell, the home team, 19 and 11, 1 on the season. Home white, Peru Axtell on the chest with blue and numbers front and back. First tip between the aforementioned Ethan Bond and Logan Salmon will be a tip won by Sam. Then Eagles will work right to left as we see it. Axtell attacks first possession inside. Brandon Schmelsley misses the shot, but offensive board Axtell gets swung around. Eli Brocksterman, 3, no. Another offensive board, though, to Wyatt Detweiler. He puts it up for Axtell's first points of this contest, and that is going to be a key for Linn, is to keep Axtell out of the offensive boards. Don't have the numbers in front of me right now as I try to find them. That Axtell on the season has 4 players averaging over a rebound per game. Offensive rebound by Logan Salmon, pitches in 3 per contest. First possession here for Linn as they work left to right as we see it from the south side of this high school gymnasium in beautiful Axtell, Kansas. Straight man-to-man defense for the Eagles early on, and we'll see that all game. We're going to have a foul called on Eli Brocksterman. First one of the night will go against the Eagles senior. Again, your starting five to start this contest for Axtell. Landon Schmitz, Wyatt Detweiler, and Eli Brockschmidt out around the horn. Down low, Brandon Schmelsley, Logan Sandman. While Linn will go Gabe Turk, Zach Hilge, and Dylan Oldie on the outside with Connor Oldie and Ethan Bott patrolling the middle. Good man-to-man defense here again early on, extending all the way out to half court as Schmitz gets the matchup against Bott. Bott kicks it out right wing. Dylan Oldie inside the lane looking for a little post-to-post action. Bad pass will be taken away, though, by Zach Hilgen. Long possession here for Linn as Axtell got the early bucket of the game. Inside, Connor Oldie works his way in there, but a 3-second call will be called as Connor Oldie got right to the front of the rim but couldn't make a move as the Axtell defense swarming around the Bulldogs here early on. Second possession now for Axtell as they lead 2-0 here early on the first quarter lead. And Axtell's got the better of Linn twice this year as Smelsley goes right into the chest of Connor Oldie. Good defense there by Connor to force the miss. Axtell now 1 for 4 from the floor, but first possession had 3 offensive boards. Turnover, Landon Schmitz takes it at half court. He's going to be fouled, preventing a layup by Gabe Turk, who got the turnover called on him. Again, so far in this season, the Linn boys are slopping with the ball, averaging 14 turnovers per contest. First up, we're going to see quickly off the bench, Colin Shaughnessy, the 6'2" sharpshooting junior. He leads this team at just over 14.1 points per game and can knock it in from an efficient clip, shooting almost 30% from behind the arc on the year. Landon Schmitz fires up a 3. Long board pulled down by Axtell, but then a travel will be called on the Eagles. So we've already seen it here early on in this contest. First possession saw 3 offensive boards for the Eagles. There's a 4th one here already. Full court man-to-man pressure. Trying to break it here will be Connor Oldie. He finds a streaker, Ethan Bott. Bott one-on-one into Sandman. A lot of contact, no, but a bucket down for Ethan Bott. His first bucket here tonight. First bucket, first shot for Linn. Quickly the other way, Colin Shaughnessy pump fakes. Inside block. I believe that was a piece nicked out of there by Connor Oldie, but Axtell will control and get another opportunity here early on. Again, it's been all Axtell in the first 2 meetings, winning games by a combined 22 points per contest. Shot up from the free throw line. Off the soft rim, no good from Brandon Schmelsley. Ethan Bott off and running, 2-on-1, looking for some help, kicks it out. 3 ball taken by Linn, short. Off the front of the rim from Connor Oldie, but offensive board will give Linn another possession here. Inside, Ethan Bott works himself down along the baseline. Going to go out of bounds off of Axtell, staying here with Linn. Talking to head coach Bennett Bardell in his first season here for the Bulldogs. The key for his team is going to be making shots. I'm going to say keep Axtell off the offensive boards here early on. Side Ethan Bott shot off, no good. Logan Sandman board, but then we're going to get a foul called on Ethan. First personal on the do-it-all senior for the Bulldogs. Again, leading this team in scoring per game, rebounding per game, and also second on the team in free throw percentage, too, as well. While also picking up mainly the best defensive assignments on the game. We're going to see a little bit different defense here from the Bulldogs, switching it up. Started off man-to-man. Now early on, working for a lob for Axtell. It's going to go off the hands of Eli Brockschmidt as Landon Schmitz going to connect with Brockschmidt early on. Uncharacteristic turnovers here already for Axtell. Still full court pressure here. Ball handler will be Connor Oldie, trying to bring it up. Has to bring it here near side as Gabe Turk gets across the timeline. Turk works his way inside the paint, 2 feet in. Kick out. Noah Thalman, their substitution, gets a little floater in the lane and down for Noah Thalman. Quickly off the bench, subbed in for Dylan Oldie at that last break. Quickly the other way, Brandon Schmelsley answers back with his own bucket, his first make, and now 4 attempts here in this one, as it's knotted back up at 4-4. Substitutions coming for both teams, and we catch a break at the end. Ethan Bott misses the easy shot. Put back, though, by Noah Thalman off the bench. Some spark from the 6'4" junior leads this team with 2 blocks per game. Now leading scorer with 4. At the other end, Colin Shaughnessy, a 3. No. Offensive board, Brandon Schmelsley poked out of there by Schmitz. Schmelsley right to the lane and gets it to go down. A fast-paced first quarter here as we're knotted up at 6. Travel will be called right at the opposite free throw line, 70 feet from the basket. Turnover, Linn, now their third in this contest. Sub off the bench for head coach Bennett Bargdale and his squad, number 15, Grayson Oldie, the 5'2" sophomore, will check into the contest. As for Axtell, Landon Smith will go to the bench with a break. At the other end, Colin Shaughnessy drops down his first bucket, a rear 2 there from Colin, giving Axtell the early 8-6 lead. 3:13 left to play in this contest. We have a whistle near midcourt with all the pressure applied by Axtell. That personal foul will go on Wyatt Detweiler. Team's second for Axtell, first on Wyatt. Again, Max Blasky with you here from Axtell High School as we get sub-state semifinal action off and rolling here tonight. A floater is missed by Ethan Bott. Axtell quickly the other way, misses the bunny from Eli Brocksterman, who can't believe it. Now we've got a timeout called by Linn. We'll take it with them. Eagles leading early on 8-6, 2:57 left to play, first quarter action.
The State Bank in Axtell is synonymous with quality and integrity in the banking business. Financing for your home, for your farm, or your small business. Contact the loan officers if you need money, or if you're putting money away for something special, or just saving for a rainy day. Visit with the professionals at the State Bank of Axtell. They're federally insured, member FDIC, the State Bank of Axtell.
As always, a big thank you to our sponsors who you hear from during each of our broadcasts. It is their support that allows us to bring you such great high school basketball coverage here on KNDY. So always remember to support local whatever you can. A good group of Axtell fans showed out. I'd say about 100 came over for the quick drive over here to Axtell, Kansas. Of course, Axtell baseball showing out top side as well at home. Linn gets it away from this Axtell pressure. Eagles will pop out the man-to-man, and now an illegal screen will be called out top. That'll go on Gabe Turk. That's the second now on the juniors. He just kind of bumped into Eli Brockstrom out there on the top. Quick substitution will have to come for the Bulldogs. Zach Hilgen will check into the game for Turk with those two personal fouls. Axtell looking for a lob. Now runs a screen left baseline for Eli. No three calling. Shaughnessy drops it down. Calling a quick 5 points here in this contest. Again, a 28% shooter from the clip. Ethan Bott all the way to the rim. Charge will be called on Ethan Bott, and it is Eli Brocksterman setting under there for the lengthy 6'4" senior, and that will be Bott's second personal foul. So now Dylan Oldie will have to check back into the game, and that is a big blow for head coach Bennett Bargdale. Again, it's Ethan Bott leading this Axtell team at 14.1 points per game. Axtell's done a good job on Bott the first two times they played him here with 2 fouls. Bott will have to set the rest of the way. No, that's 3 personal fouls they have on Ethan Bott, so I must have missed one of them there somewhere. So even worse now for Coach Bargdale as a foul will be called on the other end. Dylan Oldie picks it up, and now we're going to start seeing free throws here early on from this Axtell team, as that's already the 5th personal foul committed by the Linn Bulldogs here tonight. First free throws of the game will go to Logan Sandman, the 6-foot sophomore, one of the most improved players in the Twin Valley League this season. At the line, a 48% free throw shooter. That's right where he's at. Goes 1 for 2 as he hits the back half of the 2-shot foul. All of a sudden, Axtell has doubled up Linn, 12-6. Good fast break action. Dylan only pumps him and swatted out of there by Logan Sandman. Oldie got him up in the air. Did the 6-foot junior Dylan Oldie. Logan Sandman quick enough to bounce back up. He's going to deserve a breather on the bench as Wyatt Detweiler will pop back in for the Eagles. Left block play here. Zach Hilgen will get us going for Linn. Top side, kicks out, driving down the lane. A lot of contact. Foul will be called as Grayson Oldie took right into the chest of the Eagles. A personal foul will go on Wyatt Detweiler, his second personal foul. So now both coaches dealing with a little bit of foul trouble here early on in this contest. Coming up at halftime, again, we'll take a look at scores from elsewhere around the state. As Jeff Wirtz of the DVL Spotlight telling me Frankfort up by 3 on Bishop Seabury going into the final minute and change in that one. And last check, Hanover was up big, too, against Victoria. Good take there from Connor Oldie. Strong to the left-hand side of the bucket, got through the middle of the Eagles' defense. Little two-man action, right wing between Smelsley and Brockstrom. Cross-court skip pass. Landon Schmitz inside, up off the glass, no good. Board being fought for, and it's taken by Colin Shaughnessy. He puts it up and down. Colin is having himself a first quarter, 7 points now for Colin Shaughnessy. But again, it's been the offensive rebounding of Axtell that has led to this 14-8 lead. Top side trap, kicks it out. Connor Oldie down the lane, all the way to the rim for 2 for Connor Oldie. Lynn's being able to get right to the front of the rim if they can just stay away from these Axtell traps. Colin Shaughnessy strong to the rim, shot no good. Noah Thalman pulls down the board. Final 60 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. 10-14 is the score. Axtell leading this one from the get-go. Linn had it tied. Linn had an early 2-point lead, but it's been mainly Eagles here early on in front of a solid home crowd. This ball's poked away by Landon Schmitz. Do we have a turnover? Yes, we do. As Brandon Smelsley takes it behind the back pass. Will be a turnover, though. He tried to get a little fancy, getting it to Schmitz down at the front of the rim. Hard trap again by the Eagles. Detweiler and Brockstrom. 3 ball at the other end off the rim. No good. Looks good was no good from Grayson Oldie. Axtell will now hold for the last shot with 15. No, they won't. Colin Shaughnessy steps into it. Have yourself a quarter, Colin. Now double digits for Shaughnessy as we've got a whistle, not a turnover. The head coach, Ben Bardale, is going to throw Ethan Bott back in there now, Ethan Bott back in there with the 3 personal fouls here in 9 seconds left to go. He's needing offense from his squad to keep up with this sharpshooting Axtell Eagles team. Again, leading 17-10. 10 of those 17 to Colin Shaughnessy off the bench. Skip pass here near side in the hands of Noah Thalman. A little floater inside the lane. Shot off no good. And that's how we end the quarter break. Axtell Eagles leading the Linn Bulldogs in boys action, a sub-state semifinal action, 17-10. Second quarter coming up after this word from our sponsors.
Coolman Implement and Hardware is your Agco Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer with personalized care since 1935. See Coolman Implement and Hardware for farm equipment, electrical and plumbing supplies, parts, sales, and service. Your Agco Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer is Coolman Implement and Hardware in Linn, Kansas. Landall Company in Marysville is now hiring for various positions. Excellent pay, growth potential, and outstanding benefits that include annual wage reviews, incentive bonus with 60% of profits given back to employees, attendance bonus, comprehensive insurance plan with $500 deductible, paid time off, paid holidays, 401k, and much more. Apply online at landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability welcome.
Hey Blue Valley customers, how would you like to save $10 on your next bill? Sign up for Blue Valley Technologies paperless billing and receive a one-time $10 bill credit. Change your account settings online to web bill only or call our office. To learn how easy paperless billing can be, visit bluevalley.net or call 877-876-1228.
Max Blasky back with you here. KDY FM 95.5, 7-point lead for Axtell, again led by Colin Shaughnessy with 10 points in that first quarter and the offensive rebounds. Axtell goes 7 for 15 from the floor, shoot at 46%. Linn, very efficient, 5 for 10 from the floor, led by 4 points apiece from Noah Thalman, Connor Oldie, but foul trouble again. Ethan Bott, leading scorer on this team with 3 fouls already here early on. He's out here to start the second half, and this pass is taken away by Brandon Smelsley. Smelsley, beautiful pass to Landon Schmitz, who lays it in for 2. First 2 for the junior point guard for the Eagles. It's up to a 9-point lead for Axtell. Again, tonight's contest on FM 95.5 and the free KNDY app or KNDYradio.com, wherever you're listening from. There's a deep 3 from the parking lot from Zach Hilgen. He was about 3 feet behind the three-point line, dropped that in for Linn's first triple in 3 attempts. Linn's going to have to hit a couple more of those to stay tight with a high-scoring Axtell offense. Landon Schmitz breaks down the defense right to the rim for Landon Schmitz. Back-to-back buckets now for the junior. Making the comment, heard from a few friends of mine. They'll be tuning in. Of course, head coach Ben Bardo for the Bulldogs. Classmate of mine there at Valley Heights. Always like the support, seeing how everyone does. 1 year older than me. Had plenty of games here at Axtell High School. Foul down low defensively will be called on Landon Schmitz. Now his first one of the contest. As Gabe Turk will check back in for Dylan Oldie. Turk also dealing with a little foul trouble with two in this contest. Ethan, quick inbounds, a little elevator screen, gets it back to Ethan on the quick runaround. Now we're going to set it up here with the Bulldogs. Man-to-man defense by Axtell. They were in zone about a possession ago. They quickly switched back. Again, this is an experienced Axtell team, not only all the success on the football field, but, of course, on the basketball court the last couple of years as well. Good feed, gets it off to Connor Oldie, who just airballs the 7-foot bunny, had the shot. Colin Shaughnessy a three. No, not that one. Defensive board pull down Noah Thalman. This is one of the taller Linn teams in recent memory, one of the tallest teams in the Twin Valley League this season, as Linn doesn't have a starter that goes under 6'1", besides Grayson Oldie that comes off the bench at 5'10". Led, of course, by Ethan Bond at 6'4", Connor Oldie at 6'4", Noah Thalman at 6'4", the latter junior, as the two seniors on this Bulldog team, Connor Oldie and Ethan Bond, are looking for their first trip to a sub-state championship game in their high school career, but trailing here early on, 21-13, 5:30 left to play, second quarter action. Again, coming up at halftime, we'll take a look at scores elsewhere around the state, brought to you by the TVL Sports Spotlight. Colin Shaughnessy inside again. Have yourself a night. A dirty dozen now for the juniors. It's a 10-point advantage for Axtell. They're back to their man-to-man pressure. Linn will work it across, a little token pressure here now early on, but they will guard well outside the three-point line as Eli Brocksherman picks up Gabe Turk right on the other side of the Eagle at half court. Here's going to be a foul, and that is a tough one. That goes on Ethan Bont trying to go for the board. Bont now a fourth personal foul in this game. Leading scorer for Linn has to take a seat for, without a doubt, the last 5 minutes of this first half. So where does offense come now from Linn? Or how about this? Let's get a defensive stop as Eli Brocksherman all the way to the rim. Shot no good from Brocksherman. Still scoreless in this contest. Lots of ball handling out there for Connor Oldie. And finally a full timeout will be called by head coach Ben Bardo. We'll take the 60-second break with them. 23-13 is our score. 4:40 left to play until halftime. We'll be back to broadcast action after this.
Hi, this is Miranda Mainin with Union State Bank in Palmer. We are proud of the work the Bulldog athletes and students put in during the season and all year long. The dedication and determination is what drives the Bulldogs to succeed on the field and in the classroom. Best of luck, Bulldogs. Join Union State Bank of Clay Center, Palmer, and Barnes in supporting all area student athletes this and every school year. Union State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The answer is yes, SBS.
At SBS Insurance, we believe in service beyond the sale. We are fortunate to have multiple competitive companies to quote your personal, farm, business, and life insurance needs. By taking advantage of our annual renewal review, you can rest assured that you have the right coverage for the most competitive rate. Contact your local SBS office today to see how we can provide you service beyond the sale.
SBS Insurance, the home team. The answer is yes.
Substitution coming out of the timeout for the Axtell Eagles. 5'10" sophomore guard Joe Leibarger will check in, wearing number 3 here this evening and all season. So Leibarger, Wyatt Detweiler, Brandon Schmelsley, Colin Shaughnessy, Eli Brocksherman, the 5 out there for the Eagles. As for Linn, it'll be Zach Hilgen, Noah Thalman, Connor Oldie, Grayson Oldie down there, along with Gabe Church, as a foul will be called on Axtell defending. See who they throw that one on. Brandon Schmelsley, they have him with 4 on the board, but I know that's not the case. It's only first personal here early on. Substitution for Linn. First check-in will come from Cass Stunkel, the 5'9" freshman shooting guard for Coach Bargdale. They will check out. It was Grayson Oldie that went to the bench. Looking for a little offense here from Linn. Again, Axtell led 17-10 at the end of the quarter. Lynn's only mustered 3 points in the first 4 minutes of the second. Of course, without leading scorer Ethan Bott with 4 fouls here early on. 5 out set here for Axtell, trying to get something going. Left wing pass, looking for a shot. Now turns it over as Detweiler pokes this one away from the freshman. Quickly the other way, Euro step 2, the lane, Colin Shaughnessy. 14 now for Colin. It's 25-13, Axtell in charge. Broadcast coverage continues this week from Atchison as Valley Heights goes to face off Morrill Hill Academy in 2A action. Meanwhile, coming up Friday, it'll be the Hanover girls and the Axtell girls battling out for a trip to go to state after Axtell comes up with a huge win in Belleville on Saturday, 66-38 over the Lady Panthers. Bottom side of the bracket, Linn girls will take on Beloit St. John's Tipton at 7:30. That first broadcast at 6 p.m. as we'll have coverages of both of those games live on KNDY FM 95.5. Meanwhile, Bruce Deer can get some Marysville action going Tuesday night now at 5 p.m. as the 11-seeded Marysville girls takes on 3-seeded Cheney, while on Wednesday night it'll be 10-seeded Marysville boys at 2-seeded Hessen. Of course, stay tuned to KNDY for all school updates, times, and schedule changes, as well as the KNDY Facebook page. Eli Brockman misfires on a 3. Linn off and running. Topside, Thalman will get this one set up for the Bulldogs. Final 3 minutes of this first half as now a foul will be called out front. I believe that'll go on Joe Liebarger, his first personal foul. See when they put it up here on the board. Axtell leading 25-13 here. Final 3 minutes left of this contest. Again, Axtell has 2 wins over Linn already this season, averaging out to 22 points for margin of victory in those games. 3 ball from Linn, though, is down. That's Zach Hilgen from the left corner. Hilgen has all 6 points for the Bulldogs here in this quarter, and now a travel will be called out top on Axtell. Substitution as Landon Schmitz will check out Joe Liebarger. And your 5 out here for Linn right now, Connor Oldie, Gabe Shirk, Zach Hilgen, along with Dylan Oldie and Noah Thalman. And first time for me seeing the boys here this year for Linn, so in a little break we'll get named smoother as this contest goes along. 5 out set now for Linn. Cutter down the middle is Connor Oldie, kicks it out to Dylan in the right corner. Substitution here in the second quarter. Dalton Heinen checks in for the first time for the Axtell boys, number 22, 6'2" senior. Axtell defense strong, man-to-man here early on, well outside the three-point line as Linn works this around the horn. Good cutter, Dylan Oldie, left block shot, off, no good. Noah Thalman fighting for the board, but Logan Sandman pulls that one down. Quickly the other way, Axtell off and running. Going to be out of bounds off Axtell. Turnover, Eagles. Now Brandon Schmelsley will check into the contest, and we'll check out Eli Brockman. Final 2 minutes right now. Schmelsley, Detweiler, Schmidt, Sandman, and Heinen. Same 5 out there for Linn as mentioned before. Still full court man-to-man pressure here by Axtell. Connor Oldie will get it across the timeline, working left to right. As we see it, they come near side here, looking for a little offense. Screen pattern up top into the hands of Zach Hilgen, who has trouble with it, but controls, gets it off to Noah Thalman here near side. Get a little runner in the middle of the lane from Connor Oldie, now leading scorer with 6 points here in this contest for Linn. They've cut it down to 7. Inside Brandon Schmelsley off of the leg of Oldie will stay here with Axtell. Substitution is quickly into the contest for Linn. Grayson Oldie will check out Gabe Turk. Turk with those 2 personal fouls. Again, Linn has been missing Ethan Vaught, leading scorer and rebounder for this Bulldogs team, as he has 4 fouls already. Picked those up at the 4-minute mark in this second quarter. He has 2 points on just 1 of 3 shooting. Inside Sandman working left block through Thalman. No offensive board. Dalton Heinen, and up and down for the reserve off the bench, Dalton Heinen. Good defense from Linn, but again, just can't finish this one off, as Axtell, again, don't officially keep track of rebounds. I do myself. They average 12.1 offensive rebounds per game. They have to have at least 8 by now in this contest. Sandman gets a steal near side. Logan off and running, left wing. Steps through, and a personal foul is going to be called on Linn to stop the fast break for the athletic Sandman, getting out and running, picking that pass, all 6'4" of him gliding down the court. Didn't see who they put that personal foul on. They'll go on Linn, their third here tonight. Kind of a 1-3 set here for Linn defensively. They'll key on Colin Shaughnessy up top. Final 40 seconds left to go for halftime. And then coming up at half, we'll take a look at scores elsewhere around the state of Kansas as sub-state action rolls on here for all classifications this year. Wild shot inside by Landon Schmidt. He caught his offensive rebound standing out of bounds. So here Linn is with an opportunity to cut into this lead right before half. Trailing 17-18, final 30 seconds left in the contest. Needing some help near side, gets it into Noah Thalman, right wing, has a cutter, now kicks it back out. We'll run clock as we are with Linn. Grayson Oldie out top, looking for a screen and roll with 15 on the shot clock. Thalman now with it in his hands. Flat forward 4 across the bottom. Connor Oldie, right wing with 10. Oldie inside the lane. Ball's going to be tipped around. It's still on the lane. Connor gets it. Thalman has to fire up a 3 at the buzzer. It's off the rim. No good. And we're going to have a foul with 0.3 on the clock here tonight. One of the longest referees here in the state of Kansas, Keith Brownhall, gets that one called top side. We'll go on Dylan Oldie, his second. And with 0.3 on the clock, that's a tough one. No, they're going to say that one went on Axtell. So opposite side, it goes on Brandon Schmelsley. Out top, passes in and out of the hands. Linn goes into halftime, trailing this contest 27-18. They put up a good fight, but Linn has led this entire way. We're going to take a timeout for halftime. When we come back after a look at national news, weather, and sports, we'll recap this one as well as bring you scores from elsewhere around the state. Again, at halftime, Axtell boys leading. Well, the shot clock went out, so I don't have the score off the top of my head, but Axtell boys about up 10 here in this first half. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors as well as a look at national news and weather.
Wall-to-wall basketball with high school action, including all Marysville home and away games on AM 1570 FM 94.1. We feature area teams as well on KNDY FM 95.5 game nights. Plus, we're the voice for the Kansas State Wildcats and Kansas Jayhawks in northeast Kansas, southeast Nebraska. Tune your local affiliate station. Plus, scores game nights from high school basketball on the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show. Yours from KNDY.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. President Trump says the tariffs on the United States' biggest trading partners start at midnight.
Tomorrow, tariffs 25% on Canada and 25% on Mexico.
Americans are now bracing for more painful price hikes because of those tariffs. Economists say that the price increases will be evident by Memorial Day. Prices on food could start rising faster within weeks. Wall Street, stocks plunging today ahead of the looming tariffs. The Dow falling nearly 650 points. The Nasdaq falling 497 points. The Senate voting 51-45 today to confirm President Trump's pick for Education Secretary Linda McMahon. Tasks with the president to dismantle the same agency that she's nominated to lead. A state of emergency in South Carolina. Crews battling more than 175 wildfires across the Carolinas, and more than 4,000 acres have already burned. In Rome, a vigil in St. Peter's Square for Pope Francis, back on a ventilator after the Vatican says the Pope had a setback in his recovery from pneumonia. This is ABC News. Russia making its first comment since the White House blow-up between President Trump and President Zelensky. The Kremlin saying Zelensky does not want peace. This comes after Russian leader Putin's spokesperson told a state TV reporter the Trump administration's rapidly changing U.S. foreign policy and that now it's, quote, largely in line with our vision. In Ukraine, Parliament member Oleksiy Goncharenko sees things differently.
That's Russians who really don't want any peace, and they should be pressed and leveraged in order to take them to the negotiation table.
On Capitol Hill.
The yeas are 51, the nays are 45. The nomination is confirmed.
The Senate this afternoon voting 51-45, confirming Linda McMahon as Secretary of Education. She could be the last. President Trump expected to sign an executive order directing Congress to pass legislation dissolving the Department of Education, as employees are already there on administrative leave. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
As of 9 a.m. this morning, our EV trucking company is officially in operation.
Andrew's zero-emission trucks are driving the transportation category forward.
We'll make driving safer, easier, and less stressful. Now our technology needs to keep up with demand.
He needs to put pedal to the metal on hiring more software engineers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Here's your KNDY weatherology forecast for northeast Kansas and southeastern Nebraska. A high wind warning begins at noon tomorrow. A winter storm watch begins at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Chance for storms tonight, otherwise overcast skies. Lows level off around 49. Rain likely tomorrow, highs level off around 59. Overcast skies. About an inch of snow tomorrow night. I'm staff meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Currently 55.
If you missed your favorite team's broadcast,
far side Merck, splitting defenders, underhanded layup miss, foul whistle on a foul shot by Mia Vermetten.
or want to relive the excitement, click the Sports Podcast tab at kndyradio.com to listen back anytime.
Inside Bronson and misses, leads to a run-out. Daniel Kramer all alone. Blocked by Brandon Snelsley. At the other end, Colin Shaughnessy 3. He cans it!
From the first practice to the last hoist of a trophy, all season long, KNDY has been there for over 50 years.
Burrows out front. Hardwick looks in the lane. Comes to the corner. Ebert. Far side to Ashlyn Dollinghouse in the paint. Kicks it low to Sidney Wap. Shot up and good for Sidney Wap's third field goal.
The home for high school sports coverage in Northeast Kansas is KNDY.
Inside clip, left block, up, no good. Offensive rebound, Bruna. Up, down, and one for Drew Bruna.
Titan West Incorporated manufactures corral fencing, gates, and chutes. A square deal better. Titan West now manufactures circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Phone 1-800-252-0847 for dealer information. Circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Manufactured here in Linn, Kansas by Titan West Incorporated. Phone toll free 1-800-252-0847.
Planning new construction? If it's an outbuilding, storage, home addition, or a new home, the pros at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber will help you put together everything you need from start to finish. They can help you with your design with recommendations and cost estimates, helping you find the right product at the right price. And it's delivered free for you when you're ready when you shop local. Everything you need for your dream home or a simple shed is at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. Visit with them today.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
In your bustling lives, we're constantly on the move from hectic commutes to family outings. Blue Valley Insurance offers comprehensive auto coverage to keep you safe on every journey. Whether you're heading to work or driving your kids to practice, we've got you covered. Visit us at convenient locations in Linn, Greenleaf, Hanover, or Marysville for personalized auto insurance solutions tailored to your needs. Drive with peace of mind knowing you're protected by Blue Valley Insurance.
Sub-state bracket starting to take shape across the state of Kansas here in this Class 1A Division II Tesket Sub-State semifinal contest. It's the Axtell boys on top of Linn boys 27-18, and that's kind of been the score. The last time these two teams have met, the very first time, it was 41-16 in favor of Axtell at halftime. Meanwhile, the second time, it was 33-14, so almost an exact same measurement. The second time these two teams matched up. Want to pass along a few scores from you from around the state, courtesy of Jeff Wirtz and the TVL Sports Spotlight. The Frankfort boys, the 5 seed, take out what many called a state power in Bishop Seabury, 73-70. This is a Bishop Seabury team that went to state last year, so congratulations, Adam Schreiner and his squad, moving on to the championship game versus fellow TVL foe Blue Valley. Blue Valley, the 9 seed, who knocked off 8 seed Centralia in first-round action, take out top-seeded Lincoln. I had it written down 61-24. Wasn't even close in that contest as both of those teams punched their tickets to a sub-state championship game, and that's right, 61-24. 9-seeded Blue Valley defeats Lincoln High School. Elsewhere around the state, Clifton Clyde boys are just getting tipped off on the bottom side of that Class 1A Division I bracket. They lead Rural Vista 32-13. And again, here and in the Class 1A Division II sub-state bracket, the one we're playing in right now, it's Hanover defeating 5th-seeded Victoria 75-51. So all TVL teams looking real good here in this one. Unfortunately, one TVL team has to lose here tonight as Linn and Axtell battle in this sub-state semi-final matchup. I want to pass along a few first-half stats for you. We only saw 2 free throws attempted between either one of these teams in this contest. Normally, Linn will get up at least 14 per game, while Axtell will pitch in at least 10 in a game, but only 2 between both sides. Leading scorer in this contest, Colin Shaughnessy with 14. He had 10 in the first quarter. Other scorers for Axtell, Landon Schmitz with 4, Brandon Schmelsley with 4, 2 apiece for Wyatt Detweiler and Dalton Heinen, and 1 for Logan Sandman. Axtell goes 13 for 24, 54% in that first half, and lived on the offensive boards. Meanwhile, Linn boys, they were led by Zach Hilgen and Connor Oldie with 6 points, 4 for Noah Thalman, and 2 from Ethan Bott. As it's been hot shooting, Linn goes 8 for 16, 50% from the floor. So both teams shooting over 50% in this game. But big story for Linn. Ethan Bott had to set out but I'd give him 3 minutes of playing time in that first half. We're going to go same starting lineups as we did to start the game. Gabe Turk, Zach Hilgen, and Dylan Oldie out top, while Ethan Bott and Connor Oldie will patrol the middle for Linn. As for Axtell, same starting 5 them as well. Out top, Landon Schmitz, Wyatt Detweiler, and Eli Brockschman, while Brandon Schmelsley and Logan Sandman patrol the middle down low. Get Axtell leading here to the start of the third quarter. They get first possession going, 27-18. Sandman inside has this one poked away. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow will shift on over to the Linn Bulldogs. Again, both teams shot it extremely well. It was Axtell that got on the offensive board to really helped out the Eagles' cause. Linn, again, just need to find some scoring and not turn it over here. They had 9 turnovers in the first half. They start this possession off with a turnover as well. Great man-to-man defense here from the Bulldogs to start off. Right wing, Logan Sandman guarded by the lengthy Ethan Bott. He'll get it off to Eli Brockschman. Good action there, and Sandman gets the and one opportunity on the feed from Eli Brockschman. Logan, who was quiet in that first half, who on the season averages 12.5 points per game while also pitching in 8.5 rebounds per contest, picks up now a second personal foul. Junior guard Dylan Oldie for the Bulldogs. We've got a foul now on Landon Schmitz as Sandman misses the free throw. Can't convert the old-fashioned three-point play. Now personal foul on Landon Schmitz going for the board. Full court pressure here from Axtell again to start off this half as Ethanbot tries to go through Brandon Smelsley. Nope, still for Smelsley, misses the dunk, and defensive board is taken away by Linn. Bulldogs look to run right wing. A lot of contact will be called as Connor Oldie was strong with the ball, picking up a personal foul. I believe they put it on Eli Brockstrom. That they did. Now his second personal foul. Landon Schmidt will go to the bench. Substitution first off the bench. The aforementioned Colin Shaughnessy has already had a season average for scoring. Shaughnessy leads this team in scoring off the bench at 14.1. He's right at 14 here. Start of the third quarter. Spin move shot off the glass. No good from Zach Hilgen. Eagles control. Here's Shaughnessy at the other end, partially blocked by Ethan Bott, who again has got to be careful with those hands down low with those 4 fouls, and he'll stay here with Axtell. Substitution, Dylan Oldie will go to the bench. Back in will come Noah Thalman. Good minutes here from Dylan. Again, Linn looking for some threes and some scoring here to start this second half. Here's the three, though. Axtell, Eli Brockstrom, no offensive board. Wyatt Detweiler, who skies for that one. Keep the possession alive for Axtell. And now here's the three. Colin Shaughnessy knocks this one down. And Benny Bargdale quickly wants to take a timeout. Colin Shaughnessy is hot as the surface of the sun with 17 as Axtell leads 32-18. We'll take a timeout. We're back in 60 seconds here on KNDY FM 95.5.
Axtell Truss has the experience to provide custom-built trusses for any application. Put them to work with your next project. Let them help design the right pitch, length, and number of trusses to suit your needs. They can turn out more complicated designs and configurations as well. All are solidly built in their enclosed shop with roll-off delivery to your site available. They also assure the best materials and quality construction, completed on your schedule. Call today for a quote or more information at 785-736-2291. That's Axtell Truss.
Coolman Implement and Hardware is your AGCO Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer with personalized care since 1935. See Coolman Implement and Hardware for farm equipment, electrical and plumbing supplies, parts, sales, and service. Your AGCO Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer is Coolman Implement and Hardware in Linn, Kansas.
Max Blasky back with you here live on KNDY FM 95.5. A little runner inside from Ethan Bott gets it going. Just talking with backup referee here, Jeff Bartles, one of the best in the league and in the state of Kansas here, going over scores. Again, if you missed it, Frankfort boys to beat Bishop Seabury by 3, 73-30. Meanwhile, Blue Valley, the 9-seed boys, take out top-seeded Lincoln in the Centralia Substate 61-24 in that game. Elsewhere, the Hanover boys defeat Victoria 75-81 on the top side of this bracket. Inside for Linn, shot missed at the other end. Logan Sandman drops it down for his second bucket here in this quarter. And Axtell just keeps Linn here at about this 10 to 15 point mark in this game. Linn just can't get it down under single digits. Again, they trailed at the end of the first quarter 10-7. They only get outscored 10-8 in the second quarter to trail at halftime 27-18. But so far here early on, it's been a lone 2 from Ethan Bott, but 4 from Logan Sandman, and 3, let's make that 6 from Colin Shaughnessy, already with 20 points in this game as he is 4 for 6 from behind the three-point line. Again, one of the best shooters, maybe all of the state of Kansas. Shaughnessy shoots it at a 29% clip from three-point, shoots it even better from inside the arc at 66% from the line. Foul inside will be called on Logan Sandman, picks up his second personal one. There was an emphatic block, but it will send Ethan Bott to the stripe. Ethan knocks down the first personal foul. and hasn't been able to get much of a rhythm due to the 4 personal fouls he picked up early in this game. Substitution, Landon Smith to the bench. Wyatt Detweiler out. Dylan Oldie will check back in for Zach Hilgen. Second one here coming for Bott. That one's off the rim. No good, but offensive board, Connor Oldie. He goes right back up with it through the arms, and 2 for Connor Oldie. Linn can get some offense going here. Eli Brockshman inside. Tough pass controlled by Sandman, spinning against Bott. Beautiful footwork from Logan Sandman, coming out here with a vengeance in this third quarter. Game plan was to get it inside to him start of the second half, and head coach Jason Tynan is doing just that. A foul will be committed by Landon Schmitz, 80 feet away from the basket. Full court pressure here early on. That'll be 3 personal fouls from Landon Schmitz. Score update 2 to pass along for you. It's Logan Palco winning over Teskett 57-41 on the top part of this 1A Division II sub-state bracket. That sets up top seeded Logan Palco and 4-seeded Hanover in championship action on Saturday. Missed 3 for Linn at the other end. Colin Shaughnessy misses the easy bucket. Didn't mention him. 67% from inside the arc. That one was just moving a little bit too fast. Body couldn't keep up with him on that one. Linn working right to left as we see it here from the south side of the Axtell Gymnasium. 3:40 left to play third quarter action. 39-23 is our score here in this third quarter. And Linn just looking for offense as Ethan Bott travels along the baseline. No, head coach Bardale gets that timeout as Bott goes screaming to the floor. We'll get a 30-second break here. Linn looking for offense, trailing 39-23.
B&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-frame buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. B&D Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. B&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. B&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
Hi, this is Miranda Mainin with Union State Bank in Palmer. We are proud of the work the Bulldog athletes and students put in during the season and all year long. The dedication and determination is what drives the Bulldogs to succeed on the field and in the classroom. Best of luck, Bulldogs. Join Union State Bank of Clay Center, Palmer, and Barnes in supporting all area student athletes this and every school year. Union State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Max Blasky back with you here on KNDY FM 95.5. Linn out of the timeout gets 2 shots at the basket. They can't get either one of them to convert. Again, both teams were hot in that first half. Linn was 8 for 16, right at 50% from the floor. Meanwhile, Axtell was 13 for 24 in front of this home crowd at 54%. Right to the rim, shot missed from Connor Oldie. But now we've got a whistle down beneath the basket. Is this going to go on the Bulldogs? No, it's not. It's going to go on Logan Sandman, now his third personal foul. And just like that, Linn's going to get free throws. We mentioned only 2 free throws between both teams in that first half. Linn usually gets 14 attempts. They make 8 of them per contest. This will be free throw attempts number 3 and 4 for the Bulldogs. First one drops down. At the line is Zach Hilgen. Hilgen with 6 points in that first half. Tied with the leading scorer, Connor Oldie, with 6. Second one for Hilgen drops down. Linn now 3 for 4 from the free throw line in this third quarter. A forced 3 up by Eli Brocksterman is off the rim. No good. Eli now 0 for 8 from the floor in this contest. But Axtell's got offense from Colin Shaughnessy with a game-high 18 points. Offensive board and a 1 for Dylan Oldie as he came crashing in off the missed 3 from Ethan Bott. Dylan's first points of this contest will have an opportunity for an old-fashioned 3-point play. Head coach Jason Tynan wants to take himself a timeout. We'll take it with them. Linn Bulldogs trying to fight back, but Axtell holding on to a lead, 39-27. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a muddy rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
Maybe not one of the most animated coaches, but definitely one of the most fired-up coaches in all of TVL. Jason Tynan just let his team hear it during that 30-second break as Dylan Oldie drops down the old-fashioned three-point play. A few explicit words that we can't say on air, but let's just say he wants them to rebound the blanking ball. Axtell leading here by 11, 39-28. Colin Shaughnessy attacks, gives it off Schmelsley inside through the contact, and 1 now for Brandon Schmelsley. Half a dozen for the senior commit to KU on the football gridiron. Who will that foul go on? There's a lot of arms down there for Linn. They're going to peg it on Gabe Turk. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul. Schmelsley misses the old-fashioned three-point play. Linn will control. Here comes Ethan Bond across the timeline. He'll set us up here as Linn works right to left as we see it. Now an illegal screen will be called, a second one here today on Zach Hilgen. Second illegal screen that is called on Hilgen as he picks up his 2nd personal foul too as well. Empty possession for the Bulldogs. We've got a timeout here to being tied. Want to remind yourself that every game broadcast, a replay of every contest can be heard at KNDYradio.com underneath the sports podcast tab, whether you want to listen to your favorite team or just listen to the best announcers here in Northeast Kansas. Myself and Bruce Steer can always appreciate the support. Go over to KNDYradio.com. There's a sports podcast tab. Listen back to any game action from basketball or beyond. The personal foul called inside. From for it as Connor Oldie picks up his first, leads to a Wyatt Detweiler 3. Bangs that one home for Wyatt Detweiler. He's perfect from the floor, 2 for 2 with 5 points. Not a huge scorer this season for the Axtell Eagles. Only 5.5 points per game, but just plays great defense out there for the point guard position. Linn looking for an answer. What do they have? Top side, it'll be Connor Oldie getting it going. He fires up a 3. That one's a miss. Off and running. Here comes Eagles. Detweiler to the rim. Block at the rim by Connor Oldie. Emphatic block off the rim. Linn will control again. Here's the steal, almost topside. Good dive on the floor by Eli Broxman, but Ethan Bott gets it back. Now he's going to be tripped up right on the other side of half court by Brandon Schmelsley, picking up his 2nd personal foul. And free throws upcoming for Linn. Again, Linn has been at the free throw line the last 4 minutes and haven't been able to really cut into this lead. Going to the line, it will be Ethan Bott. 2nd leading free throw percentage here on the season. Actually, no, down towards the bottom at 50% here. Does knock in the 1st personal foul. 2nd one here coming for Bott. Drops that one down. He goes 2 for 2 from the strike, so throw that 50% out the window. Make it a 14-point advantage for Axtell, though, as Linn has just been held at this 10-point length the entire way. Owen Shaughnessy kicks it out. Detweiler a 3. That's off the rim, no good. Solomon will pull down the board. It'll go off of Dalton Heinen, who just checked in to the contest. Also sub now incoming for Linn. It'll be Connor Oldie. He will check out Ethan Bott here in the final 52 seconds of this quarter. Coach Bargdale, smart move. Don't get your best player that 5th cheap one here late in this contest. Again, 14-point advantage for Axtell. Still full court, man-to-man pressure. Almost nonchalant pass, but it's going to be taken by the Bulldogs across half court. Noah Thalman, a deep three shot, no good. Board pulled down by Axtell. Now we have a whistle and a foul. Again, three's not the strong suit of the Linn Bulldogs this season, as they put up 17 per game but only make 4 of them. This missed three, though, will lead to a foul called down low on Colin Shaughnessy, his first personal foul, and it will send Dylan Oldie to the stripe where he is 1 for 1 here in this quarter. And after no free throws in the first half, this will be free throw attempt number 7 and 8 for Linn. They've been very efficient from the line. Oldie knocks down the first. Substitution upcoming for Axtell. Samden will check out Dalton Heinen. Tier 5 out there for Linn. The Connor Oldie, Noah Thalman, Dylan Oldie, Zach Hilgen, and Gabe Turk as Oldie goes 1 for 2 from the stripe. Straight to the rim is Eli Brocksterman. His first points of this contest, as now every starter has scored from Axtell. Again, Axtell has 4 players that average double figures this year, led by Colin Shaughnessy off the bench with 14. Shaughnessy now in this contest with a cool 18. Dylan Oldie gets inside, kicks it out, thought about a three from Gabe Turk, now top of the wing. Thalman will attack. Thalman spinning inside the lane, contact no good. Axtell will control with 1 on the shot. Colin Shaughnessy from deep. He bangs it in from just on the other side of half court. Have yourself a night, Colin Shaughnessy, as he rattles that one home to give Axtell the 49-31 lead here in front of this home crowd. We'll take a timeout when we come back. Final quarter action with the right to go on to a sub-state championship game here on KNDY.
At Oldie Seed, we are locally owned and locally grown. The corn, soybeans, and sorghum we sell are tested in plots throughout the region in close proximity to our customers. This ensures we are testing a yield environment just like yours. We are dedicated to our Know to Grow research program. It's our family's commitment to delivering high-yielding crops for you, the American farmer. This season, partner with Oldie Seed for locally owned and locally grown solutions.
If your car says, I need fixed, call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, sandblasting, no job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
Final frame here between Linn and Axtell boys. 3-ball is missed as we come out of break from Connor Oldie. It's been Axtell Eagles in every quarter here so far. They outscored Linn in that third 21-13, thanks in part from a cool 23 points from Colin Shaughnessy as Eli Brocksterman knocks down the right wing three. And this Eagles team, one of the best in the state, is showing it here tonight along with the rest of the TVL. Ethan Mott at the other end, taking matters into his own hands, misses that one. Quickly come back Axtell, led by Shaughnessy. Skip pass inside Schmelsley, up and down for 2. A quick 5-0 run for the Axtell Eagles, and head coach Bennett Bargdale has to take a timeout. 54-31 is the score. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. All Eagles running away with this one here. Final 7 minutes left to go.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
The State Bank in Axtell is synonymous with quality and integrity in the banking business. Financing for your home, for your farm, or your small business. Contact the loan officers if you need money, or if you're putting money away for something special, or just saving for a rainy day. Visit with the professionals at the State Bank of Axtell. They're federally insured, member FDIC, the State Bank of Axtell.
My expectations for this Linn Bulldogs team coming off a year that saw them go 14-9 last year, but looks like it might be coming to an end here late in this contest, although Linn not done, but that's how it's been as Connor Oldie misses the bunny, Ethan Bott misses the second one, Dylan Oldie misses the third, and 3 bunnies with inside 2 feet for Linn don't go down. At the other end, Ethan Bott does take it away from Eli Brocksterman. Bott off and running, gets it to Thalman. Thalman met at the rim, and a foul will be called on Logan Sandman, as Sandman now picks up his 4th personal foul as Thalman takes it hard to the rim. Again, Axtell has outscored Linn in every quarter so far here in this one, and finally Lynn's shooting came back down to medium. They were 8 for 16 in the first half. They were just 3 for 13, though, in that third quarter. That's only 23%. Free throws kept Linn in it, though, as they go 7 for 9 in that third. Start the fourth quarter off, though. Thalman, the 6'4 junior, misses off the first one. Logan Sandman take a seat to the bench, and back will come Landon Schmitz. That second one from Thalman. That one finds the bottom of the net. Quick substitution as Dylan Oldie will take a seat on the bench. Back in will come Gabe Turk. So Gabe Turk, Zach Hilgen, Noah Thalman, Ethan Bott, and Connor Oldie, your starting 5 besides Thalman. Beautiful 3-on-1 break around, and the Lions with a Brandon Schmelsley bucket. Now in double figures with 10. As again, Axtell, one of the best teams in state, 2 back-to-back years, a run at a state title. Thalman gets a bucket at the other end on a pretty up-and-under run. But Axtell coming off 3 straight Twin Valley League tournament championships. They claimed the first ever Twin Valley League regular season title in school history here this season. It's been a dominating effort by the Axtell boys this year. Their lone loss came back to Auburn and Nebraska all the way back on December 30th. A visiting trip up there. Since then, it's just been win after win, 17 straight for Axtell. Detweiler, 3, no offensive board being fought for, but defense will grab it. Ethan Bott off and running, Bott all the way to the rim at the other end, shot up, no good. Foul shots upcoming now for Ethan. Who does that personal foul get on as Axtell starting to rack up the fouls here in the fourth quarter? We'll take a peek and see who they give that one to. That'll go on Colin Shaughnessy, his second personal foul as Bott knocks down the first one. Shaughnessy now with 2, Logan Sandman with 4, and Landon Schmitz with 3. The big storyline, if you're a Linn Bulldog fan, it was Ethan Bott. He was hampered by foul troubles in that first half. He now has 9 points as he goes 2 for 2 from the line. But Ethan picked up 3 quick ones in the first quarter and then picked up the fourth about 3 minutes into that second quarter and had to set the majority of that first half. And the leading score at 14.5 per game for the Bulldogs just could never get going due to those foul troubles. Of course, head coach Vin Bargo wanted to keep him on the bench and reserve him, and Axtell took advantage, outscoring Linn in every quarter so far here in this game. Brandon Schmelsley, right wing, kicks it out. Eli Brocksterman inside, finds a cutting Wyatt Detweiler, takes a lick inside. See who picks that one up. It's going to be Grayson Oldie picking up his first personal foul. Baseline inbounds now, coming for the Axtell Eagles on the right side of that court. Again, Axtell, 21 wins 2 years ago, 23 last season. Now they can hold on in the final 5 minutes with a 20-point lead. It will be win number 20 with an opportunity to re-break the school record. Inside Colin Shaughnessy, beautiful pass from Eli Brocksterman. A foul will be called, sending Shaughnessy to the line. Back-to-back fouls now whistled on Grayson Oldie, as Colin has had himself, again, a heck of a game. leading scorer for this Axtell team that comes off the bench at 14 points per contest, now has 23 in this game, thanks in part to 3 triples in the third quarter. First one is down for Shaughnessy. 3 triples in the third quarter. He hit 2 for 4 in the first quarter. Now from the line, 5-4-7 from behind the arc is Shaughnessy. Second free throw, though, a miss from Collins. Defensive board pulled down by Linn. That is the call. Is Axtell kind of dropping off token pressure here. Decent ball across the timeline, right to left. Trouble with it out top. Connor Oldie dribbles it off his leg. Turnover Bulldogs, but Linn will get it right back off the Axtell turnover. Ethan Bott left block. A lot of contact from Landon Schmitz as he runs into Bott. That'll be 4 on Landon Schmitz as the 5'10 junior guard. Can't catch a break here from the referees here tonight. That's his 4th personal foul. Team number 3 for Axtell. 4:23 left to play, 4th and final quarter of this contest. Connor Oldie couldn't get the bunny to drop down from inside the lane. And Linn had problems with that early on. They continued here late. Brandon Schmelsley just right through the teeth of the defense. Jack Hilton tried to step in and take a charge. They'll think better of that one. As now Schmelsley with a 12 points. Ethan Bott at the other end. Contact foul. If that'll go on Landon Schmitz, which it will, that will be it for Landon Schmitz. 5 personal fouls out in the final 4 minutes of this game with 4 points on 2 for 5 shooting, 0 for 1 from behind the arc. But a decent game defensively here for Schmitz. He'll look to get healthy and get ready for a sub-state championship game coming up on Saturday. Ethan Bott back at the line where he seeks the first free throw. Second one now coming for Bott. Drops that one down. Ethan now 4 for 4 from the line in this quarter, 11 points in the game. But again, Axtell leading 59-38. Final 4 minutes left to go. It's going to take a hot shooting miracle for a Linn boys team that only makes 4 threes per game. And so far here in this contest, they have hit 2, 3 in the contest. Inside defensively, foul is going to be called on the Bulldogs. Like number 23, Gabe Turk picks up his 4th personal foul. We'll send Brandon Schmelsley to the line for 2 free throws. So give me a chance to tell you some broadcast coverage upcoming for us on Wednesday. Valley Heights girls will be on the airways on FM 95.5. Meanwhile, on Friday, it'll be girls 1A Division II sub-state championship game from Tesket. Hanover and Axtell battle at 6 p.m. with Linn versus Beloit St. John's Tipton at 7:30, followed by boys action on Saturday. Schmelsley goes 1 for 2 from the line. That foul was actually Gabe Turk's 5th personal foul. So Gabe Turk fouls out at the 3:35 mark with no points on no shots in his final game of his junior year. Dylan Oldie lets it fly. Defensive board Logan Sandman. The Eagles look to hold on to this one. 3 ball straight on. Brocksterman off the rim, no good. Sandman continuing to fight down low. Gets it up and 1 now for Logan Sandman. As if that does it, it will for Ethan Bott as he collects his 5th personal foul here at the 3:11 mark in this 4th quarter. 4 points in the quarter for Bott as he finishes with 11. Oh, that's 4 personal fouls. I was 1 off on that one early on. So only 4 for Ethan. A foul will be called on the pressure from Axtell. Again, a lot of TVL teams punching their ticket to championship games. Elsewhere around the state, Hanover boys took care of 5th-seeded Victoria 75-51 on the top side of this Class 1A Division I boys bracket. They await the winner of Logan Palco, the top seed, as they took care of Tesket. Elsewhere around the state in the Class 1A Division I bracket, 9th-seeded Blue Valley takes care of top-seeded Lincoln 61-24. Also in that same bracket, it is Frankfort taking down Lawrence Bishop Seabury 73-66. 70. Bishop Seabury, last year's runner-up in Class 1A Division 1, will not earn a trip. Third-year head coach Adam Schreiner gets his boys at least one step closer to a state title attack. Free throws from Ethan Bott, top side. He goes 1 for 2 from the line. At the other end, though, blocked by Noah Thalman. Strong block there by the junior as Landon Schmitz tried to take it right into the teeth of the Linn defense. Thalman at the other end, off the rim, no good. Logan pulls down that defensive board. Final 2:30 left to play in this fourth quarter. 63-39 is your score. Linn has only managed 8 points here in this quarter. As Sandman battles inside, he drops it in for 2 from Logan Sandman. Now with a cool 11 points in the contest. But again, it's been the Colin Shaughnessy show as he has 24 points in this game. He's quiet here in the fourth quarter, but he went 3 for 3 from behind the arc in that third. Ethan Bott all the way to the rim. No good on that one, as Bott does not want his season to end. The shot will be off, no good. Here's Shaughnessy 3. Not that one. Heard the announcer talk and decided to get up a shot. Off and running with it now is Connor Oldie. Connor Oldie all the way to the rim, lays in it for 2. Double digits now for Oldie. It'll be subs upcoming here for Axtell in the final 1:30 of this contest. Again, it's a tough run here for the Linn boys. Expectations were high this season with talent, and we'll bring back a solid junior class led by Gabe Turk, Zach Hilgen, and Noah Thalman, along with Grayson Oldie and Dylan Oldie. An experienced game this year for first-year head coach Bennett Bargdale will be absolutely invaluable as he is back in the Twin Valley League since the 2014 graduation from Valley Heights High School. Subs upcoming here for the Axtell boys as all 5 starters will get subbed out. Good show of sportsmanship, 2 from the senior boys for Linn. As Connor Oldie and Ethan Bott will go to the bench one last time. Ethan Bott ends his night with 11 points. Connor Oldie with a solid 10. As for the Axtell boys, Dalton Heinen gets a shot inside. Shot will be blocked, though, by number 2 from Linn, Dalton Emke. Shot inside from Emke will be missed. Offensive board, Linn, second opportunity. No dice on that one. 3-ball, Axtell off the front of the rim, no good. That was Lucas Talbot that got a shot, but couldn't drop down for the senior. Final 43 seconds here as we near the end of this broadcast. Stay tuned afterwards as we'll have full post-game recap. Zach Hilgen knocks down a triple now with 11. We have full post-game recap of this one as well as looking at broadcast schedules along with action elsewhere around the state of Kansas. There goes Dylan Oldie, Noah Thalman, and Dalton Emke to the bench for the Linn boys as the white flag has been waved. Axtell will come away with this one. They will go to their 3rd straight sub-state championship contest with a matchup looming with either Pike Valley or Beloit St. John's. Shot is missed by the Bulldogs. Final 10 seconds. Talbot brings it across the timeline. Joe Liebarger will just dribble this one out. And the Linn Bulldogs move on to a sub-state championship contest with a 65-44 win over the 7th-seeded Linn Bulldogs. 2-seeded Axtell now moves on to 20-1 on the season, while Linn will finish their record under first-year head coach Bennett Bargdale 10-12. As again, the Axtell boys defeat the Linn boys 65-44 here from Axtell High School. We'll take a timeout. Post-game coverage upcoming on KNDY FM 95.5 after this word from our game day sponsors.
Landall Company in Marysville is now hiring for various positions. Excellent pay, growth potential, and outstanding benefits that include annual wage reviews, incentive bonus with 60% of profits given back to employees, attendance bonus, comprehensive insurance plan with $500 deductible, paid time off, paid holidays, 401k, and much more. Apply online at Landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability welcome.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Hey Blue Valley customers, how would you like to save $10 on your next bill? Sign up for Blue Valley Technologies paperless billing and receive a one-time $10 bill credit. Change your account settings online to web bill only or call our office. To learn how easy paperless billing can be, visit bluevalley.net or call 877-876-1228.
Calling all ranchers and livestock owners. Safeguard your herd with livestock risk protection insurance. Protect your investment against market volatility and unexpected losses. Whether you raise cattle or pigs, ensure your livelihood with coverage tailored to your needs. Don't leave your profits to chance. Secure your future in the barn and the market. Livestock risk protection, because your animals and your bottom line deserve the best defense. Call SBS Insurance now to fence in your financial security.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
KNDY has been your sports leader of local teams since the days of leather helmets.
Well, okay, not that long, but since the days before the Blue Valley and Nemaha Valley Leagues combined, for over 40 years, KNDY has been your source for scores, interviews, and live play-by-play action of your favorite teams all season long. The game and technology may have changed, but our coverage remains the same. KNDY, your area sports leader, on air, online, and on our mobile app.
Max Blasky back with you here from Axtell High School as we wrap up sub-state semifinal action with the Axtell boys punching their ticket to a third straight sub-state championship game over Linn, 65-44. We'll wrap this one up as quickly as we can as Bruce Deerking is waiting to get some KU basketball on the airways. We're going to start with the Linn boys as they finish their season now 10-12 under first-year head coach Bennett Bargdale. They were led in this contest by Ethan Bott with 11 points, 10 from Connor Oldie, also 11, from Zach Hilgen, 7 from Noah Thalman, and 4 from Dylan Oldie. Linn gets 13 of their 44 points from the free throw line as they go 13 of 17. But again, it was just the offensive inconsistency as Axtell outscores Linn in every quarter of this contest to run away with it 65-44. As for Axtell, I'll call it a balanced attack, but really it was spearheaded by Colin Shaughnessy. He has 24 points. He ends up going 5-4-10 from the behind the three-point line. 13 points also for Brandon Schmelsley, 11 for Logan Sandman, 5 apiece for Wyatt Detweiler and Eli Brocksterman, and 4 from Landon Schmitz. Axtell goes 3 for 8 from the free throw line in this contest. So that'll match up a contest for the Axtell boys between either Pike Valley or St. John's Beloit Tipton this coming Saturday in a sub-state championship game, which will be broadcast live on KNDY FM 95.5 on the top side of the bracket. The Hanover boys punched their ticket to face off against Logan Palco, with that contest also on KNDY. We're not going to stop broadcast coverage with just that, as the day before on Friday night, it'll be the Hanover girls and the Axtell girls tipping off at 6 p.m. for a right to go to state, while the Linn girls and Beloit St. John's Tipton girls will tip off at 7:30. Both of those contests live on FM 95.5. We'll also have basketball coverage on Wednesday night coming up from Morrill Hill Academy in Atchison as the Valley Heights girls take on 3-seeded Morrill Hill at 6 p.m. We're going to wrap up coverage here tonight. Again, your final score, Axtell boys defeat Linn 65-44. We'll see you all Wednesday night from Atchison. Until then, drive home safe. Honey, leave the porch light on. We'll be heading home soon. Again, a big thank you and you've been listening to high school basketball action here on KNDY FM at 95.5.